Difference between a main character and a protagonist. My name is Jean. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. So Anna says, my screenwriting training told me that there was always only one protagonist. I beg to differ. I don't think you can decide which one of these two are the protagonist of the series. I think they are co-protagonists. In a lot of rom-coms, you have co-protagonists, especially in something that is structured like this, where they both have goals. Their goals are both at odds with one another, but deep down they have the same goal in which they really do want to find love. They really do want to be in a relationship forever. So these are co-protagonists. You can't root for one without rooting for the other at the same time. Similarly, Hitch does the same sort of a thing in which they both have to make changes over the course of the story to become ready for the relationship that they both ultimately want. But yeah, there is a difference between a main character and a protagonist. If you look at the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Jack Sparrow is the main character. He's the one that you remember. He's your favorite. He is the one that everybody, they put him front and center. He was the main character of that story. But he's not the protagonist. He doesn't fundamentally change over the course of the story. He doesn't make any decisions that are different. He's not even really the one that we are rooting for. I mean, like, we kind of are rooting for him because we liked him so much as a character, but at the beginning, he's a pirate who wants his ship, and at the end, he's a pirate who still wants his ship. We get the sense that he kind of has gotten it back, but also his crew is on board, and they abandoned him once, so maybe they're going to abandon it. But you know what? Everything's fine. He's going to go be a pirate again. Elizabeth also doesn't necessarily change over the course of the story. She starts off being obsessed with pirates and not caring about her class and her station within society, but Will changes over the course of the story. He goes from hating pirates, from caring very much about his social standing, wanting to climb up the social ladder so that he can be worthy of Elizabeth. And over the course of the story, he realizes that there are some things or some people who are worth cheating, lying, stealing, and killing for, and he becomes very piratical over the course of the story. Will is the protagonist, Jack is the main character, and I would say that Elizabeth, along with Will, the two of them become co-heroes within the story. So I don't think that it is true that you can only ever have one protagonist. Now, it is more difficult to write multiple protagonists, especially if you are not in those genres in which we expect to see them. Romances, we see co-protagonists kind of a lot, and so that's not so difficult because the genre expects these two people to be working towards the same ultimate goal, and so you're playing into audience expectations. But if you are in other genres, it can be much more difficult to maintain multiple character arcs and to maintain multiple stories that are supporting those arcs and to really dive into that character's perspective in a meaningful way so that your audience connects with both of those characters equally. This is difficult to do. It's not impossible, but it is more difficult to do. And I would really caution against more than two protagonists. You can have lots of main characters or primary characters or important characters, but that does not mean that they are protagonists within the story.